And here we go, guys. We've got DRMZJOSEPH and RAIGEKI in today's first semifinal match. RAIGEKI with the first pick here. Pre-bans coming out shortly.
So RAIGEKI is going to have first pick here. I think a lot of the drafting is going to revolve around this segment. I mean, I think segment is just such a key unit. So DRMZJOSEPH probably wants to deny that from RAIGEKI. If he doesn't deny that, RAIGEKI's going to take that first. RAIGEKI doesn't have a Dominic, so that's a very fair pre-ban coming out for RAIGEKI. When you don't have a unit, it's fair to pre-ban that. I think RAIGEKI likely going to take the segment first so that DRMZJOSEPH doesn't have it to use against him. So we'll see if he's able to do that, or if he goes with the Masha to do some damage. Goes with the Praha first. Interesting change of strategy.
Yep, we saw the Praha being a really a priority pick there for Big V and Madream. RAIGEKI prioritizing the Praha himself here in his match against DRMZJOSEPH.
Yeah, so DRMZJOSEPH going with the Moor, going with the Masha here. Masha's kind of an interesting pick into Praha because it's not exactly the strongest pick into Praha, but it does a lot of damage into a lot of units that support the Praha here. So I still think at this point RAIGEKI, if he had a Changpeng, it would be an interesting pick. A little weak into Masha, but he doesn't have Changpeng, he fed it. He might take a Juno here. Juno would be interesting. Sierra, not a good pick here. Shizuka is obviously not on the table. So Volantis is also a very fair pick at this point in the stage here.
Oh, Sierra and Sekhmet coming out for RAIGEKI though.
Sierra, Sekhmet, interesting picks here as well. Wants to go with the speed lead. Of course, when your opponent takes a speed lead in the first two picks, you should answer with that in the second two. He's going to need to protect that Sierra a lot because that's going to be a wide open target for this Masha. That Sekhmet is going to prevent that Masha from doing a lot of damage early on. We'll see what DRMZJOSEPH has to answer with. I think we're going to see some sort of RAIGEKI's a little weak to some AoE. Goes with the Juno Steel and takes the Carnal, which is going to allow him to tee off if he's able to sink that Carnal in.
Yep, definitely a water unit's coming DRMZJOSEPH's way here. RAIGEKI looking to lock in a Barbara and one other pick here after seeing a Carnal, Juno, and a Masha on the side of DRMZJOSEPH.
Yeah, so the Barbara means he's going to want to do a lot of damage. And of course, there's so much fire on DRMZJOSEPH's side. We see that Barbara and we see that Abellio there. So RAIGEKI's going to be a little hard to take down because that Masha's not going to be able to down a unit in one pop easily because RAIGEKI's units are very tanky. So that Abellio is going to do a lot of work here. DRMZJOSEPH recognizes that water-heavy 3 water units on RAIGEKI's side. Flashing the Diana. I'm not sure if Diana is going to be consistent enough. The Sagar is an interesting pick, but he's a little indecisive here. Definitely a win pick here. Goes with Robo G92.
That is a very interesting last pick here with DRMZJOSEPH. Bans are going to be coming out shortly here. Curious to see what these two players are going to be banning out here in this first bout between them in the semifinals.
So if RAIGEKI takes out the Moor, he has the ability to go first no matter what he wants, no matter what, because he has a segment of Barbara. So he instead goes to the Robo G92, again, also has the ability to go first no matter what. So we're going to see this segment have an opening. It's going to reset either the Masha or the Carnal here to kick things off. Most likely the Masha, but either is okay here in order to prevent some sort of damage and heavy swing.
Well, here we go. RAIGEKI versus DRMZJOSEPH. Let's get into it.
Yeah, RAIGEKI takes out the Carnal's ability to provide AoE stuns here, and that Masha might not be able to do enough damage. It's going to need a proc if DRMZJOSEPH wants to win.
Ooh, no defense breaks going to land on top of the Ciara. No provoke either here. We're going to see a nice little skill 1 stun. I think he may use that heal here, though.
Might want to use that heal, does not, because he has a heal coming from Praha, which is going to allow him to lap. When he gives speed buff on his team, RAIGEKI's going to be able to take 2 turns and lap DRMZJOSEPH. That miss of the defense break from the Masha early on is absolutely massive because now RAIGEKI has so much tempo on his side.
Ciara finally landing a bomb 1 and 2 today with this Ciara. Bomb lands true on top of the Moor. No despair stun's going to be coming out here.
Right, does not need a stun here yet, but is going to be able to do a ton of damage with this Abellio because there's 2 turn defense breaks on the entire side of DRMZJOSEPH.
A little bit of poke damage coming towards that Ciara. Ciara's still alive, still healthy, still doing well. We do have sustain on the side of RAIGEKI, though.
We do have sustain on the side of RAIGEKI here. That's a massive proc because otherwise Abellio would be able to destroy that Carnal there. So unfortunately, that Carnal does proc here. RAIGEKI is not going to probably dismount this Masha.
Ooh, there's that big wild blow coming towards that Masha. Masha does get dismounted. We get additional turn coming out of the Abellio. Abellio with a skill 1. No stun landing on top of that Carnal, though.
No stun on top of that Carnal. That Abellio does proc. There is going to be heal going down, and that's 2 turn speed buff going on side of RAIGEKI.
Yeah, not everybody's getting put to sleep here, though, which is very interesting enough. No Despair Stun coming out on the Ciara here. Wild Blow coming on top of the Masha. Masha still alive, though. We do have the third skill available. Charming Voice coming out on top of the counter with a nice little additional attack bar coming out of Ciara.
So RAIGEKI at this point here just needs to use a segment to lock down the Cardinal, keep it locked down here, and slowly whittle down this Masha to close DRMZJOSEPH's chance of winning off.
Yeah, Juno looking for some big strips, not receiving anything but that Praha strip there. We have the Wild Cure saving the Ciara. Ciara looking healthy once again. Looking for an attack break, probably just a little bit more poke damage potentially going towards that Masha.
That's an absolutely tanky Ciara. It's been taking so much damage, but still alive here. Over half HP, does have a speed bump. A lot of damage coming out from RAIGEKI's side. DRMZJOSEPH does not really have a win condition at this point.
Yep, there's that bomb landing on top of the Cardinal. Cardinal's not going to take that bomb too well. There's that first skill going on top of the Watery. More looking to get some Despair Stuns. No value coming out from that unit right there. Provoke does land on top of the Ciara.
Yeah, but that's the point. That's a massive bomb on that Cardinal. That Cardinal's not going to be doing very much this game here. A lot of resilience, lots of heals coming out from the side of RAIGEKI, and he's looking to take this one really quickly.
Yeah, there's the Wild Blow taking out the Moor, looking for an attack break, not receiving it here. Looking to cycle a little bit more attack bar on that Praha as well. We're going to see that Cardinal probably disappear from that bomb. And there you have it. Like, I am not too sure this Juno is going to be enough here. And DRMZJOSEPH knows it. RAIGEKI taking round one away from DRMZJOSEPH.
And RAIGEKI making that look super easy there. You saw the Abella, you see the Praha, so it's a lot of things to rely on to heal his team and allow him to come back into the game. DRMZJOSEPH only chance of winning there reliably really is having that Masha land its defense break on the Ciara, which unfortunately missed, but you definitely have an 85, very high % chance to land that. But then you need a proc on top of that, because if you don't proc, that Abella is going to be tripped off. It's going to land skill, going to lay its skill 3 in and going to heal his team. So Ricky really had a lot of ways he could win that, and DRMZJOSEPH's path of winning there was very narrow.
Yeah, I think DRMZJOSEPH did a preemptive draft there with the Juno once again, though. I think he took that Juno knowing the Volantis can come out from the RAIGEKI, but maybe if he changes that playstyle a little bit, not draft so preemptive, DRMZJOSEPH might have a better outcome going into game number 2. But we get the pre-bans from last time. Shizuka, Dominic going to get the pre-bans now available in the second match here. New pre-bans coming out right now.
And we see the Cardinal ban coming off from RAIGEKI. Kind of an interesting... I'm surprised that we don't see a segment ban here, because segment's just such an impactful unit. When it goes off, it's able to basically dictate how you want to lay out the match. DRMZJOSEPH takes out the Ciara. Maybe it means he's going to take a Moor early on because he wants to go speed early. It's either Moor or Masha, I think. I mean, obviously it could be a Shizuka or something like that. But I think those would be very impactful picks and put a lot of pressure on RAIGEKI if he goes with either the Moor or the Masha at this point.
Yeah, DRMZJOSEPH does not have that Shizuka. It's one of the units that he is missing here, so we're not expecting to see one of those come from him. But we'll see what he's going to be drafting here. I think this is going to show how he's going to be kicking off his draft here. And we're prioritizing the Praha once again. It's so strange.
Interesting. Interesting prioritization of Praha. RAIGEKI doesn't have an Oliver, so the Praha becomes a lot better of a pick here. RAIGEKI might be leaning into like Shizuka's, some sort of Juno is semi-valid here, but probably not going to pick that. So we're going to see some sort of Shizuka, maybe even like does go with the Juno. So he has one of the best Junos in the world and doesn't want that prevented. That pick preemptively taken from him. So we're likely to see a Volantis coming out later. So if DRMZJOSEPH recognizes that situation he's in, we're going to see some damage coming out.
Yep, Mash and Abelio coming out for DRMZJOSEPH here. I feel like we're almost going to see that Shizuka Oberon draft coming out of RAIGEKI once again. He's got that Nana there. He can really capitalize off that Oberon damage.
Yeah, we definitely need to see a Volantis coming out. I mean, there's just so much threat coming out from DRMZJOSEPH, and that glancing is going to be really effective if RAIGEKI can land that on DRMZJOSEPH's side. So definitely going to see a Volantis. He absolutely needs that. The question is, what does he pair it with? We could see a segment, which is going to allow him to reset that Praha, provide glancings and defense breaks over time, and allow him to kind of dictate that match. Instead, goes for the steal on the Sagar.
Interesting Sagar draft here coming out of RAIGEKI. Does take that Volantis, of course. An excellent pick here going into DRMZJOSEPH's draft. DRMZJOSEPH, last 2 picks here, looking to respond towards RAIGEKI's Volantis and Sega.
Kind of a weird, tough situation to be in, because that Sagar could be on Swift. And if it's on Swift, bringing in a Moor means you get outsped if you let that Sagar through. So DRMZJOSEPH is in a really, really tough spot here. Needs to find a way to outspeed and allow his middle speed units to come out. Brings in a Molly into RAIGEKI, so likely has the ability to leave that Volantis in if he wants.
Yep. Vanessa in Molly. interesting drafts here wrapping it up for DRMZJOSEPH. Carlos looking to get hovered over with RAIGEKI here. Very interesting. That would be quite the unit if we do see a Carlos popping out here for RAIGEKI.
I think we're seeing a Carlos come down. This Carlos gains attack, ton of attack whenever a unit goes down, and also instantly gains a turn. So this is a long game that we're going to see where RAIGEKI wants to snipe units off over time. I think we're going to see either the Dominic or the Masha band, just because it has a lot of volatility. Molly is okay as well. He doesn't want to face that. It just depends on how much volatility he doesn't want to face. Taking out the Nana means DRMZJOSEPH wants to go for the kill early. This Sagar needs to be on Swift if Ricky wants to have a chance to come with advantage in this match.
Well, let's see what happens. We get into round 2 with RAIGEKI and DRMZJOSEPH. We've got Masha kicking things off here. Defense break is available for DRMZJOSEPH, looking to deal some massive damage to that Juno.
So not on Swift there, so Ricky's going to lose his Juno off the bat here. Carlos does take a turn from that and is going to start hitting really hard.
Yeah, right off the rip, doing a ton of damage right there. He's going to use his 3rd skill, getting a lot of provokes here for RAIGEKI. A lot of value is going to be happening right now.
And we see resets going off here, and Carlos is going to gain a lot of attack after this Dominic goes down here. He's going to get fueled and do a lot more damage. That's a big proc from that Masha.
Yeah, really big proc there, able to apply a little bit of damage in here. Big skill 2 is going to be popping out here. I think Dominic's looking to drop here, but the additional turn for Praz coming out. A little bit of damage coming towards the Carlos.
A lot of damage coming on from the Carlos here. Carlos is only going to hit harder and harder here. Ricky does need to land a defense break here. Does get that defense break.
Ooh.
And again, RAIGEKI's looking like he's at a great spot, even though he's at a unit deficit.
Yeah, we've got Zager trying to pummel into the damage here. Another additional turn for DRMZJOSEPH. We've got that skill 1 coming out on top of the Carlos. Carlos looking to remove a unit from the field, gets it, comes back once again. Carlos doesn't full attack bar, but we've got Masha trying to pummel in a little bit of damage here.
And interesting to note that this Carlos is on Vampire, so over time he's just going to do more damage, get turns, continue to pump in damage, and Ricky's showing us Carlos.
Units from the field here. RAIGEKI absolutely putting on a show right now, removing all of DRMZJOSEPH's units. What an exciting match right now.
What a pick there. He does need to go after the Carlos, but that Carlos is not going to go down. Goes at the Sagar. There's no way DRMZJOSEPH is taking this one.
No way. So much damage from the Carlos. What a match. Well done, RAIGEKI, with the really strong showing here in that round 2.
Wow, what a pick there. We're panning over to RAIGEKI, talking to himself, thinking about the match. I mean, just absolutely focused. You can see the focus on RAIGEKI. He knows if he wins one more, he's going to Korea, and he's going to have a shot at $100,000, which is a lot of money. So, lots riding on the line here. I just really appreciate that Carlos pick, too.
Really do. That was phenomenal play. Very, very entertaining to see a unit like that absolutely start popping up. They're not even like violent procs. There's nothing RNG about that. That just came in there, and that's just what Carlos does. Came in there, just started eliminating units, and it was phenomenal play there. Excellent draft from RAIGEKI.
And that's what I say when I mean that RAIGEKI is a very calculated, precise player. He knew he was going to likely lose a unit off the bat, and we saw that he lost a unit and was still ahead. And not often do you see yourself losing a unit and still coming out and winning confidently. And he made it look very easy there. So very good draft from RAIGEKI there, knowing exactly how much threat he needs to win the match.
Yeah, pre-bans from last time, Ciara and Carnal, the pre-banned units they're going to see. They're now available in this match. We're going to see new pre-bans coming out right now.
And I think DRMZJOSEPH is really taking his time to think through this. I mean, typically when you have, a pre-ban setting in a tournament, you know what your opponent has. Your pre-bans are usually predetermined, but 40 seconds and counting, and we don't have a pre-ban yet. And of course, DRMZJOSEPH taking out the LD unit. Wise move as always. Volantis is just such a strong pick. Allows him to use his Sagar, Masha, Praha, tier, speed units a little bit more effectively.
Yep, Dominic is also going to get pre-banned here. RAIGEKI with the first pick, and it is going to be the Praha. These two have been really prioritizing Praha, similar to the Big V Dream D match we saw.
Yeah, interesting pick of that Praha there. It's just interesting to see why that is the pick in this situation, given the fact that, it's kind of a middle speed unit, but doesn't provide a ton of threat. It's a support unit. We see DRMZJOSEPH is going to try to attempt to cleave here. So RAIGEKI lays down the Sierra and the segment here to be able to reset that Wind Bison as well as anything else. So that segment, again, key unit here, could be a ban from DRMZJOSEPH so that he can let his middle speed units go off.
Now, let's see what happens. DRMZJOSEPH locking in the Masha and the Connell for DRMZJOSEPH's draft here. He's one more pick. RAIGEKI looking to wrap up his draft right now after seeing a Masha and Connell. Yeah, so RAIGEKI is kind of an interesting situation here. Does not have the Volantis to lay on to
to rely on to be able to stun up Dreams Joseph's team here. So we could be looking at some sort of a Juno play with a ban on Masha and Shizuka. Juno would be a very interesting pick here. Goes with a Tableau instead. Juno, there we go. So he picks the Juno, agrees with the caster, goes with the Juno, and so preemptively it looks like Masha's likely the ban here. So, but when you see a Daphnis like that, that's probably going to be your force ban.
Yep, that's probably going to be the force ban here, banning out that Daphnis. I was watching his face there when that Juno popped out. I'm not too sure if he was the biggest fan when he saw the Juno pop out here, but it looks like Sekhmet's going to get the knife here, and then we've got Water Ryu Moore getting banned out for an HP lead for Dreams Joseph and a speed lead for RAIGEKI.
So we're going to see that this Daphnis probably take out the Sierra off the bat here. So the question is, can 3 units from RAIGEKI survive this? And we might even see a Juno take out here as well.
Ooh, you think he's going to be looking for a Despair Stun, not going to be landing on top of the Sager. We got bombs coming out from Ciara. Very fast Ciara, and the bomb does land true. 2 and 2 for bombs for Ciara with the initial turn as well. Pumping in that damage here. We do have that beautiful skill to get all those bombs laid across the field. A little bit of immunity on the side of RAIGEKI.
Wow, and RAIGEKI definitely doing his homework here. That Daphnis not fast enough to outspeed RAIGEKI's team, so definitely not on Swift. RAIGEKI took notes earlier and realized that this Daphnis is not fast enough to outspeed him and is able to command the match from the get-go.
Oh, there's all the bombs landing true. He can put everybody to sleep, or he can just start taking units. He's starting to take units. RAIGEKI looking very comfortable right now, making sure those bombs are going to be coming up once again for Ciara. Big skill, too, going on to Ciara with the additional turn as well. Soul Protector's going to be saving that unit here. Additional turn for the Sager. Sager looking to get a big reset here on the field.
Very big proc coming out from the Sagar here, but again, RAIGEKI does have will on all 3 other units here, so RAIGEKI's still in a great spot here. Gonna lose a Sierra, but he has a Shizuka, does have that Juno that Dreams Joseph doesn't really have an answer to at the moment.
That's right, you can see that skill 1 pumping that massive damage into the Cardinal as well. There's that beautiful Juno pumping in the damage as well onto the Cardinal. It is just these 2 fire units with 2 water units in the form of a Juno and Praha and Shizuka.
And RAIGEKI and Dreams Joseph, realizing the situation he's in, knows he needs to take out that Juno. That's why he's targeting right now. He needs a proc on this Masha if he wants a chance to win. Otherwise, he's going to be facing a 3-0.
That's definitely going to be facing a 3-0 indeed, because he's going to be losing another unit here, and it's just a lonely Masha. Masha able to land that defense break sitting on top of the Juno right now. A little bit of poke damage come out once again.
Yeah, but there's no way a Masha's taking out a Praha and a Shizuka when there's so much support on the field. Curious if Ricky wants to take the liberty of using this auto button here. That would be an interesting thing to see.
Yeah, just so much damage coming in from both these Oracle's bombs available. That is definitely going to be it there. Bomb lands true. We got a 3 and 2 Ciara landing bombs here.
We have a 3 and 2 Sierra laying bombs here. 3 to 1 units. Masha's dismounted. Dreams Joseph is not going to make it through. We're going to see our first 3-0 of the day.
RAIGEKI is going to be the first to lock in his position. RAIGEKI is going to be going to Korea. Congratulations, RAIGEKI, with that big victory over Dreams Joseph.